A state of emergency has been declared. This is breaking news. This is happening right now, tonight, Wednesday night, and multiple people are in danger right now, right? That's why I want to get this video out because this is important. Multiple casualties have been reported, and this is a very dangerous and developing situation. A state of emergency has been declared, and we are seeing the southeastern United States get hit really hard right now. All right, so multiple tornadoes and multiple casualties have been reported in the southeastern United States. A massive weather front is moving across the country, and this is causing tornadoes to form in the southern parts of the United States. All right, so right outside of New Orleans in Louisiana recently got hit just tonight in the town of Arabi, right outside of New Orleans, got hit by a tornado, and they are reporting multiple casualties from this event. All right, so this is a developing event. We are seeing this is right outside New Orleans. You can see it's Arabi, and we are seeing multiple casualties be reported. All right, so this is a developing situation. Let's dive into it. The governor of Louisiana declared an emergency over this. So he declared an emergency earlier, but then just now around 4 p.m., all right, this tornado hit 4 p.m. Central Time in the United States on Wednesday. This tornado hit. So this tornado hit just a few hours ago when I'm recording this video, and the day before he actually he declared a state of emergency. So a series of deadly storms ripped through the northwest corner of Louisiana Tuesday night. Governor John Bel Edwards has declared a state of emergency. The governor's office is also urging residents who sustained storm damage to report it to the damage and all related information to damage.la.gov. According to Edwards' office, reporting data at the website above is not mandatory but voluntary. All right, so they declared a state of emergency to get resources out and to warn people that this is going to be a major event. All right, and we are even seeing here, okay, at least 3 people have passed due to severe storms, the Louisiana Department of Health has said. All right, so this is developing situation right now. At least 3 people have passed due to severe storm related events according to the Louisiana Department of Health. This includes a 56-year-old woman in St. Charles Parish who passed after a tornado hit her home in the Kelowna area, the department said. This brings the total number of confirmed Louisiana storm-related casualties due to the storm to 3 at this time. All right, so this is what they're reporting, and they're also saying that a tornado touched down at 4 p.m. Central Time in Arabi in St. Bernard Parish. So St. Bernard Parish Sheriff James Fallman said the tornado touched down in Arabi, Louisiana around 4 p.m. local time. And we're going to get to some pictures and damage and stuff too in just a second. I just wanted to cover the facts here so people know. People are updated. Tens of thousands of people are also without their power right now too. And stay tuned because we're going to get to pictures of all the damage and stuff in just a second. All right. So it says leaving behind 2 miles of destruction. 10 people have been rescued due to the severe storm, but no serious injuries or deaths have been reported. This was before, and now they are reporting that they believe at least 1 person has passed from this event, right? And 2 other people from a different event, right? So it says officials will be conducting search and rescue efforts throughout the night. And this is just a reason, guys, to always be prepared. Always don't feel pressured when there's some kind of an emergency or something to go out. You should always be stocked up and be prepared. Have your generator, have everything you need already. So when something like this happens, there's a major event, you don't have to rush out in the middle of danger to get something that you really need. All right, you just already have it stocked up. That's why being prepared, being prepped is critical. All right, so officials say power restoration in some areas is, quote, not going to happen quickly. And you can see Scott Walker, the Jefferson Parish councilman, standing in front of a destroyed building right there, right? And we're going to get into a bunch of pictures. A bunch of people are posting on Twitter their experiences. We'll get into that. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. We're going to get into lots of pictures and lots of destruction that's actually going on here too. And this is heading towards Mississippi and North Florida as well. They're right in the path of this, and their local governments are also warning that they could experience severe weather events from this too. All right, so he was standing in front of a damaged Winn-Dixie store. That's what I kind of thought it was. It kind of looked like a Winn-Dixie with the red bar going across, but it was hard to tell. You never know. And he was standing in front of a damaged Winn-Dixie store saying it might be a while before we get the power on. All right, and it says more than 40 tornadoes were reported in the past 2 days according to Storm Prediction Center. All right, more than 40. And I brought this up before too. Geoengineering, weather manipulation, weather modification. It's called geoengineering, is a real thing. The White House just recently approved a decades-long program to study geoengineering and cooling the planet. Right, I reported on it just in my last few videos. I had the document up and everything. I was talking about it for a while, and I was saying this is dangerous. We never know. We could see winter weather events even in the South. Look at what happened in Texas. And now we are seeing all these crazy events. I know weather happens all the time, but it's pretty wild that 40 different tornadoes have been reported in Mississippi and Louisiana. Right, so it says there have been 18 tornadoes reported so far Wednesday, according to Storm Prediction, all in Mississippi and Louisiana, in addition to 24 reported tornadoes across Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. All right, so this is affecting all the South, and it's moving east right now, and it's heading towards Florida and Alabama right now too. All right, I grew up in Florida, tons of storms, tons of power outages, but this seems pretty severe, and it's hitting New Orleans. All right, this tornado. So more than 50,000 customers without power in 2 states from this event. And we can see here, let's go over to Twitter to see some of the damage here of what's going on. All right, so this is let's go over here. Sorry about that. You can see tons of buildings damaged and destroyed. Roofs just ripped off, demolished. All right. These are severe weather events. Multiple casualties have been reported, and tens of thousands of people are without power, and we are going to see it escalate even more. Look at this. Look at this destruction. Imagine if this was your building, your warehouse, your business completely devastated. All right, this person says there's a gas line rupture at the former 40 Arpent Brewery at Aycock and the river. All right, so a gas line rupture too. It's one of these things you don't really think about or anticipate from weather is, pipelines, things like that, power lines go down too. Very dangerous, very sketchy. That's why I'm saying if you can just be inside your house, that's the safest place you can be. All right, total destruction. Look at those power lines downing in the back, right? And this is moving east right now. Here's another one. It says crazy scene here along St. Bernard Highway and Arabi, down power lines, emergency crews all over the place. All right, so this is, see those down power lines back there? This is a real event, guys, and it's not just a nuclear war or a mass famine or an engineered collapse. It could be something like this too. It could be a massive earthquake. It could be a super volcano. It could be anything. Look at this volcano in Hawaii that's erupting. The biggest volcano, biggest active volcano in the world is erupting right now. Really not much news coverage on it. It's a slow burn eruption, but we could see a violent eruption too. You never know. That could have devastating effects and impacts on the environment, on things around us, and they're just not reported on the same way. All right, so this destruction here, and it's just as big of a threat as engineered things too, natural events, earthquakes, uh, volcanoes, tornadoes, hurricanes. All these things are devastating. These are people's houses, right? Completely devastated. And we can see the weather map here, all right? You can see it moving across the country. This big weather system started over in the west and it's been moving over to the east. Past few days we've had a ton of snow over here in the west, over in Montana and Colorado, Kansas, Wyoming. All these states have had a ton of snow, and this same system has moved over and is causing a bunch of destruction to the southeast right now. You can see all of those little spots right there, and that's where one of those tornadoes sparked up in Narlands. All right, so let me know what you think about this. Give me some updates on this. Are you in Louisiana right now? All right. It says around 14 million face severe weather risk. This is what I'm saying. All these people in Georgia and Florida and Alabama, they are all at the same kind of risk of this massive power outages. Do you have a generator? Solar's great, right? I like having solar. I like being off grid individually. It's good for individuals to be off grid. But I don't know if solar is really going to work right now, right? Might not work with the overcast. It might not provide the power you need. You might have some storage, but this could go on for days. These weather systems could stick around, and you never know. All right, so it's best to just have a generator. And one of the most important things about a generator, have a tent for it. Have some kind of little tent, some kind of little awning or whatever to cover it, because when it's raining, you can't just use your generator out there in the rain and have your stuff plugged in. You're going to risk ruining your generator and potentially short circuiting yourself, shocking yourself, whatever, with the water. All right, too. So make sure you have some kind of tent for your generator as well. I have a Champion yellow 4500 starting watt open frame inverter generator. That's what I have. You don't even have to have the closed frame fancy inverters. You can have an open frame inverter. It's just like a normal generator that you would see open frame, but it produces inverted energy that you need for your electronics to produce clean energy. All right, so get stocked up now. Get all this stuff now. Get water filters, because power goes out. The water pumps might not work too. All right, you might not have water to your house. You might not even be able to flush your toilet. Okay. One thing I always used to do before I could do bulk storage is just save all of my gallon water jugs and fill those up, right? And just have those. So I would just drink them or whatever, use distilled water for things, use them for parts, animals, watering stuff, all that good stuff. Use the water in it and then refill it with sink water. So you have this jug here and you can just refill it, put it in your storage closet or whatever. Keep that for a rainy day, right? Might be a little swampy one day, but if you have iodine purification tablets for your water or iodine drops, you can purify your water and essentially make it last forever, right? So get stocked up now, guys. Don't don't get caught like these people are. You never know. I'm sure most people in Narlands were just hanging out, expecting a normal day, and then a massive tornado comes and smacks them. All right, let me try to find this video really quick. This guy was just driving on the street here, and a massive tornado. I mean, you can see it, right? Massive tornado came on the road, all right, and was blocking his road. I don't know where it is. The video got lost here, but here's a bunch of other footage of this tornado. All right, what would you do if that was coming towards you? There's really not much you can do except already be prepared before it happens. All right, so get prepared now, guys. Get in a strategic location too as well, because some places they don't even have tornadoes. Some places they don't even have, you know what I mean? So think of where you really want to be for your homestead, for your prepared location, to prevent stuff like this too, right? Maybe you don't want to have to even deal with tornadoes or hurricanes or anything like that, but then you might have to deal with extreme winter weather events. You might have to deal with extreme snow, extreme cold, if you don't want any tornadoes. All right, so look at your pros and cons. Get prepared now, guys. This could happen anywhere, and have a big old blessed day. Let's pray for these people. Let's pray that there's no more casualties here, right? But I don't know. It's already three, and this massive one has hit New Orleans, and it's also spreading to other states. So hopefully there's no more, but we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. You have a big old blessed day.